Stirling Albion, a club steeped in history, draped in red and white, and forever entwined with the heart of its city. Born in 1945 from the ashes of war, its predecessor, Kings Park FC, was lost when a German bomb tore through the stadium. But football is nothing if not resilient, and from the wreckage, a new team rose, a phoenix clad in passion and pride. The Beanos, as they are lovingly known, found their golden years in the 1950s, a time of triumph and glory. In the decades since, Stirling Albion has mainly journeyed between what is the modern League One and League Two, its fate dictated by the beautiful yet unforgiving game. History was made in 2009 after a relentless campaign driven by the very heartbeat of the club, its fans. Stirling Albion became Britain's first ever fan-owned football team. No longer just spectators, the supporters became its custodians, ensuring that the soul of the club would always belong to the people. For over 25 years, I have stood among them, riding the emotional roller coaster that football so often brings. I have witnessed the euphoria of last-minute winners, the ecstasy of league titles, and the electric thrill of a giant-killing cup shot.
Now sent Gallagher the wrong way to level the score, 1 each.
And yet, I've also felt the sting of relegation, the heartbreak of defeat, and the quiet despair of a freezing February night when the scoreline reached 6-0 in the wrong direction.
Their best until last, 6-0 now.
These results define where a team stands in the league, but they do not define what a football club truly is. A club is more than its victories and defeats. It is the pulse of a community, a beacon of identity, and a gathering place for hope, pride, and belonging. And that is the story that I want to tell. In this documentary, we go beyond the pitch to explore the true impact of Stirling Albion, not just in football, but in the lives it touches, the bonds it creates, and the spirit it inspires within the fan base. This is Stirling Albion. This is football. And this is what it means to be part of something greater than the game itself.
Hi, I'm Jim McAllister. I've been a fan of Stirling Albion for almost 40 years now, since I moved to Stirling in 1985, and I've been a director of the football club for almost 2 years. Well, the reason I got interested in Stirling Albion was probably all due to my dad, because when I was only 4 years old, he took me along to Capello to see Greenock Morton, and his philosophy was always to be interested in the local football team. And when I moved to Stirling, I wanted to follow in his footsteps, and I took my children along to see Stirling Albion, and 40 years later, 3 of my sons and my grandson are still following Stirling Albion, both home and away. My favourite memory as a fan, most people would probably say it was 2 years ago when we won League Two in the 2022-23 title. However, my favourite game is actually one that goes back to 1997, when Stirling Albion beat Kilmarnock 6-2 here at Forth Bank. And at that time we had a player called Stevie McCormack, who scored 2 of the goals and was renowned for doing his cartwheel as his celebration every time he scored a goal. So that's my favourite memory. So now that I'm a director, my matchday experience is very different from what it would have been like when I was a supporter. And it's now very much having to look after visiting directors, visiting guests, making sure that everything's in place for matchday operations. So a lot of your attention is on making sure that the day goes smoothly. However, still being a fan, the biggest bit of the day is still hoping that Stirling Albion will win.
Okay, my name's Steve Peebles. I'll be 64 next week, and I've been watching Stirling for 60 years. First went 64-65 season.
My name's Matthew, and my first game here, I've been a Stirling Albion fan since September 2023.
My name's Robert Young, Bob to some folk, Rab to others. I've been supporting Stirling Albion since I was born.
It's a link to my father, my grandfather, who sadly now both passed on. It's just part of my DNA, to be honest. I've been coming so long.
I think it's important to support your local team because obviously it's the community, and we're just a small club as well, so it's good to support a small team because it's just really good to see that kind of football. Obviously some fans in Stirling go to Celtic Rangers games because they support them, but I honestly prefer the lower leagues. I honestly prefer that, and yeah, I feel local team, it just brings everyone in the community together and we have good fun.
I support Stirling Albion because it's my local team. You know, I might live in Clackmannan, but there's no way I'm going to support Alaba, that's for sure.
It's like a little village, it's like a little community, you know, and you meet people from, you know, from the youngest kids coming in, that are shy and retiring, to little old men who have so many memories of the club and so many. And it's great to see how they enjoy it, it's great to see how the kids enjoy it. When you come all the time like this, home and away, sometimes you go to an away game, you might run into a dozen people, you know, if there's not a bus. But you know, preferably when you walk in, you know who they are, they know it. You go and ask how the family's doing or if they've not been well.
I think in particular, Stirling do a really good job of bringing the fans together on match day, because Stirling is such a welcoming stadium. And I see lots more families coming now, which is great. And I think when all the young kids get together, that's actually one of my favourite things about coming to see the Albion. You don't see lots of kids hanging out together anymore, but when we come to the home games, there's a nice wee crowd at the back of us and a nice wee crowd at the front, and they're having just the time of their life watching the Albion, and that's what I particularly like about it.
Well, Stirling Albion Football Club's ethos is very much to do with the local community. And the football club is very much about bringing on young local talent. And through our youth development team, we try to bring on as many local young boys as possible. We also have the Stirling Albion Foundation, which is a charitable arm of the club. And through that, we promote healthy living and try to help with both physical and mental well-being by helping various people in the local community.
My name's Craig Mayer and I am the Football Development Officer for the Stirling Albion Foundation. Currently the foundation has 9 active classes. 4 of them are income generation classes in terms of our mini beanos, our walking football, our women's rec, and we also have like a junior academy development type group, and the rest of the classes are funded through various sources from the SFA to external sources as well. So yeah, nine active programmes, and within that there's about 20 odd sessions a week. So it's quite a lot. We can be based here at Forth Bank, but we're visiting other places within the community. But from what we've been able to achieve over the last couple of years as a foundation, I'd like to think the links are pretty positive, but with a view to get even stronger. Yeah, our walking football group, when I first came, it ran for once a week on a Monday, 10 o'clock to 11. And we were lucky if we were getting maybe 10, 12 participants. And a lot of the participants within that range from just older men, maybe retired, looking for something to do, obviously still have a keen interest in football. And yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opener, because walking football for me, previously, I never had much engagement with it. So to see that grow over the last 2 years now, as I said, we're lucky if we're having 10 people come. We're now at a stage where we're getting the numbers in the 20s, sometimes into the 30s. There's a mixture of male and female participants. We're running 2 sessions a week just now, and it's not just on the pitch, we're able to offer the participants a social area afterwards where we can provide some tea, coffee and a few cheeky biscuits. But I think that's the most important part, because even though it's a physical activity and everyone still has a love of the game of football, there's a lot of our participants, especially males, unfortunately, they've been through a lot. And you find the more you engage with them, the more you find out about the people. And also, I won't go into too much detail, but some of their experiences in life, it's quite hard hearing, through grief, through loss or injury. So yeah, the fact that we're able to provide these sessions to a wide range of people within the walking football, our walking football community, kind of ranges from the ages of kind of the late 40s into the early 80s. We got a bit of funding from the SFA. It was called Football for All, and it was to target different types of groups, whether that be people with additional support needs, whether it be people, maybe teenagers or kids with maybe potential mental health problems. And one of the things that came up was through your dad, through Jim. Had mentioned obviously yourself being up at Camp Hill, and there's always been some of that relationship between Stirling Albion and Camp Hill before. So I was really keen to meet the guys first and foremost up at Camp Hill, and the groups that we've had have been really, really good to work. It's a small group between 8 to 10 participants, all very, very different characters and different needs, but Chloe, who leads that group, has been absolutely fantastic with them.
The sessions for the guys, it gives them teamwork, it gives them, and it's fun. I think what sport does for everybody, the guys get out of that as well. I think it's the same as what everybody gets out of the football.
I absolutely love it, Andy. Really love it. Yeah, feels like it's a brilliant way to keep fit for Camp Hill, and it's quite a good opportunity to do so.
The longer term for us, the Stirling Albion Foundation, the next 5 to 10 years for us is to be a solid foundation within the community, to be a solid name and a brand as such, but to be out there and make sure we just have a positive impact with people first and foremost, whether that be with 20 people, 300 people, 1,000 people, but how can we grow and grow and grow over the next 5 to 10 years? That would be one of our longer term objectives anyway.
So I'm Ross McGeeky. I've came right through the youth, so I've been at Stirling Albion a fair time. Nearly 31, so I joined, I think it was under 12s, and then I've just recently made kind of over 400 appearances. So it's been a wee while. I think this is my 13th season. Hopefully I've still got a wee while left yet. So Stirling Albion obviously means quite a deal to me. It's the only club I've ever known, but I wouldn't have had it any differently. The way my career's gone, there's obviously been lows. There's been a few highs, like winning the league, because I don't think I'll not match that again unless obviously we can do it again. But no, it means a great deal, and part of that is the people that I've met along the way. So I think Stirling Albion have a pretty strong relationship with the local community. I think for a lot of people it's a bit of an escape from their everyday life. Same with us, we come here and play, and we take our mind off what we do kind of during the day, during the week. And I think for people outside, obviously the playing side, it's the same thing. They look forward to coming to a match. So yeah, I obviously had the 5-2 challenge as part of my testimonial season. So that involved doing 5 miles, I believe, around Kings Park in 2 hours. Which was brilliant for me to have obviously Scott, Lara and Jack involved, because they've all got kind of disabilities one way or another, and it's maybe not as straightforward as us kind of walking around a pitch. So it was great to share that kind of experience with them, and I think it is very important for players. I say players, obviously we're part-time, we probably don't consider ourselves a big deal to people, but people are coming along to pay them their good money, their hard-earned money to watch us. So I think it is very important that we get involved with that as well. And to be fair to the group, everybody enjoys it. It's even just walking out on a Saturday and you've got all the kids and even grown men there to shake your hand on the way out, it means a lot. I think it's very important for the club to show up for the fans as well as the fans showing up for the club, because, as I said, they pay their hard-earned money to come and support us, and it's not all singing and dancing, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Obviously we try our best every time we go on the pitch as players, and the club obviously try their best off the field. So I think it's very important to try and have that strong connection between the fans. And the season's not done yet, so hopefully we can maybe give a few fans something to cheer about. Yeah, so obviously we had the very sad news that Thomas Strain had passed away. A guy that people may not know, but I've known for years. I think he was only 2 years older than me in school, so we both went to Bannerman High School, and he was involved in the football teams. So I've seen him every day at school, and then obviously later on when I've kind of joined Stirling Albion's first team, he's been a sight that you see him every single time you're in the building. So he would stand and greet you coming in on a match day. The club were very good with him as well, obviously. I think they actually gave him kind of some volunteer tasks to do, so he would carry out some of them on a match day as well. So a very generous young man as well, so he was always handing out trophies to people. He'd pick a player of the year or a player of the match and stuff like that. So we've got Christmas cards. There's still a Christmas card up in the dressing room. So to hear the news of Thomas passing, obviously unexpectedly, it hits hard, and he's very much missed.
I'm Danielle Bryce, and I am Thomas Strain's big sister. Thomas was a character. He was unique, but he loved to live life, and he loved to get involved in everything social. So anything, even with the club, like very involved in the club, anything that he could volunteer into, the fact that he ended up getting his wee job at it, and obviously doing his flyers and stuff. But Thomas was a legend in his own way, right?
At times I think you just get lost, like you just turn up to play football. You don't really realise how much the club means to people, and for people like Thomas who turned up training sessions, games, as I said, was going above and beyond what he needed to do as a fan, but that said more about him as a person. Kind of creates a stronger bond because you're seeing these people every day, and it is the norm, and when they're no longer there, it hits you harder.
His relationship with Stirling Albion is beautiful. Bigger teams didn't really take in like weird people, so like with them taking on Thomas was very much a part of the family. Took on by all the management loved him, took him under his wing. Even at his funeral there was a lot of respect for Thomas, and love. Like they really loved him.
When we attended Thomas's funeral, I was never going to miss that, to be honest. As long as work commitments, as long as I could get off work, and most of the time that's pretty straightforward, I wasn't going to miss Thomas's funeral for anything really.
There's a lot of love in a small team, so Thomas thrived in that, and he absolutely loved and got accepted by it. We as a family just thought it was just us protecting them and making them the wee special moments, but the team went beyond in many aspects. Thomas, with his disabilities, really got shunned a lot in society, even though when they say it doesn't happen, it does happen. And with this team, they just took him in, and it was beautiful because it was just completely natural. And what they did is reinsured good people, like pure hearts. You know, like you could have all the money or anything in the world, but pure hearts is to see what they did with Thomas, like to see it. Do you know what I mean? It was beautiful, even after death.
It proves that there's more to football than just the 90 minutes on the pitch. It is very much, it's a group, it's a community, and hopefully we can still kind of turn up and do our bit for them as well.
Football is a game of moments, of goals and glory, of heartbreak and hope. But a football club is something far greater than the sum of its results. Stirling Albion is not just a team, it's a story. One written by the people who stand in the terraces, who travel the miles, who feel every kick as if it were their own. It's the child seeing the pitch for the first time, the veteran fan who has witnessed decades of triumph and despair, the volunteers who give their time, not for money, but for love. This club has seen history. It has risen from loss, defied the odds, and stood tall through every challenge. And through it all, one thing has never changed: the heartbeat of its community, the unwavering passion of those who call themselves Beanos. Wins and losses will come and go, league tables will rise and fall, but Stirling Albion endures, because it belongs to the people, because it is built on something stronger than just the game. This is more than football. This is generations standing side by side. The voice in the crowd that never gives up. This is the hand on the shoulder when the final whistle hurts. This is community. This is Stirling Albion. And this is home.